Well, it feels like Commissioner Gordon and the good people of YouTube City have projected the offendy signal, because I guess you guys need me to come through here and clean up the mess that is Ranting for Vengeance, a 15-year-old comic book reviewer who is making his rounds on the internet. And before we get into the 15-year-old, well, let's talk about comics for a second. Because maybe you grew up reading comics. I grew up reading comics from Marvel and DC. I'm a big fan of the DC brand, and my favorite superhero is Batman. Now, that may sound a little cliche. I don't know. What do you want me to say? The Reverse Flash is my favorite DC character, bro. Like, stop the malarkey. Now, with that being said, I can definitely relate to being a disgruntled fan, but this Ranting for Vengeance character is a 15-year-old who, has more subscribers than me. So congratulations, guys. What the hell is going on in the world? I have no idea. Ranting for Vengeance is this 15-year-old comic book reviewer, and recently he reviewed the Absolute Batman comic series that just came out. And I'm gonna let y'all know, I heard some bad stuff about this comic. I mean, I guess in this world, every superhero's symbol on their chest is super exaggerated, and Batman's bat symbol on his chest is really some kind of hammer. Okay, I've heard a lot of bad stuff about it, but Ranting for Vengeance has a few grievances, he's got a few gripes, and I would like for all of you to entertain this just for a second. Play this now.
So this comic strives to reinvent the world of Batman in every way possible. What if a bodybuilder, engineer dude became Batman? Yeah, that's not badass. I'm sorry. I don't find that badass. I don't find that different, unique, entertaining. It's just cringy.
So keep in mind, this is a reimagined story in this Absolute Batman comic, and I guess that Bruce is a bodybuilder and an engineer. And what's wrong with having a job? It's a change up from the normal story. Batman has a job and he's a bodybuilder, and Ranting for Vengeance says that's cringe. So congratulations, guys. Having a job now and having hobbies that improve yourself is just cringe now. And unfortunately, this is the exact kind of take that I'm expecting from a 15-year-old.
This comic has everything. It has horrible, edgy dialogue, it has some pretty gay character designs, and if you can believe it, they managed to race swap another redhead from comic books. They managed to jump in there and turn them black.
Yo, this kid is cooked. This kid is 15, and I'm not sure he's aware what a digital footprint is yet, but trust me, soon he's gonna find out. Now, let's talk about his assessment. He calls Bruce's depiction in the comic gay. Oh my goodness, what a way to articulate yourself, young man. And oh my goodness, did you hear the way that he called Barbara Gordon black?
They managed to jump in there and turn them black.
I mean, damn, did that have some hate behind it or not? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Let's get it in slow-mo.
And turn them black.
Like I promise you, nobody that is a fan of Batman or comics in general is really worried that Barbara Gordon is depicted as a black woman in the DC Absolute series. Dude, it's a reimagination of a story, and Jim Gordon slept with a black woman and had a black child. What the hell is the problem here? I'm not quite sure. The only thing that I will say I find kind of funny is Barbara Gordon in her depiction typically is a ginger, and of course you know that there is a mass ginger extinction event going on in Hollywood to where they swap all these characters with black roles, and of course we've seen that with April O'Neil, Starfire, and Ariel and the Little Mermaid. But if you asked me, I really don't care. I mean, these are a lot of fictional beings and stories that are reimagined, and the Absolute DC comic book, what does it really mean in the grand spectrum of things? Do you know what I'm saying? Practically nothing. Who cares that a reimagined story has a black Barbara Gordon? This makes no sense.
Let's just take a little glance at what they thought Bruce Wayne was. So this is the page where Bruce Wayne is first introduced. We see him hitting a bag. He looks exactly like Bruce Wayne has for the last 100 years, saying some badass Batman stuff. No fear, no pain. And then out of nowhere, this big hulking transgender comes up behind him and is like, "Hey bro, I think it's my turn now." And just starts blowing the punching bag across the room with his big fat arms. Now the character design going on here, he has the hair haircut of some fat emo transgender kid.
I am very confused why this 15-year-old thinks that this is a bad design for Batman. What, because he's like big and he's hulking and shit? Dude, Frank Miller's Batman is one of the best depictions of him, and he is fucking huge, bro. So this argument about Batman's size is dumb as hell. And oh my goodness, Ranting for Vengeance keeps equating this depiction of Batman to a transgender, an emo transgender. Seriously, dude, you're like I don't even know what the hell you are, truthfully. I can't even call you transgender. That would be an insult to transgender people. Like, what is this?
I don't know what's going on with Batman these last few years, but people need to learn that his hair doesn't come down over his eyes, he doesn't listen to Nirvana, and he's not gay.
So, Ranting for Vengeance's argument here is that in any reimagined story of the Batman, he cannot have long hair, he can't listen to Nirvana, and he can't be gay, and this just sounds like projection. I mean, look at this kid's hair, he probably listens to Nirvana, but check this out right here. After he dropped this initial Absolute Batman review, he dropped another one calling the fans completely unhinged, and I want you to take a look at the opening for this video right here. This shit is unhinged.
Before we get into this pile of dog crap, I'd like to thank the Midnight Drop for sending a massive amount of people over to my channel with his insane mental breakdowns.
Like, it's so weird how, like, people who just hate certain things, you just slap the label woke into it.
I'm retarded? Thanks, bro. It's always cool to see some support from the disabled community. When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
The best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people.
So I guess after Ranting for Vengeance's Absolute Batman review, people were saying in his comments that he was scared of black people. And I would definitely say this is the worst way to respond to these kind of allegations, because he is saying, yes, he is scared of black people. In fact, everybody is scared of black people. And well, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that's true, because if you're walking around this world and you're scared of another race of people and you don't try to get to know people for people, well, then you're probably going to live a very miserable and scary ass life. Like, this kid is 15 years old talking about how everybody's scared of black people. You have to imagine that if he's scared of just black people, well, he's probably scared of Middle Eastern people, Asian people, anything that is like not white, basically. That is what he's scared of.
You can't stop looting and burning countries to the ground. Next time you're driving to work and you're enjoying your Marxist Batman comic, try not to get robbed or shot by your fellow brothers. To create an argument, you actually have to make some valid points. You can't just dance around throwing your arms up in the air, making weird noises like you did. It makes you look like a Neanderthal who hasn't picked up a comic except Watchmen in his entire life. Stay in your own lane and go back to anime. You low IQ mental retard.
I don't even know how the hell to respond to this without sounding woke and cringe, bro, because according to this 15-year-old, Ranting for Vengeance, every black individual is a shooter. They'll Y in with the shiesty on, and they're gonna rob you, and they're gonna burn your fucking country to the ground. And he called this black individual in specific the Midnight Drop a Neanderthal and low IQ. Like, buddy, we know ball. Just be racist if this is what we're gonna do here. Drop the M-bomb. I'm sure it'd be super based, bro. You should do it. But look, I don't want to give this kid too much attention. He's obviously not going to change. He told us earlier that this was not rage bait. This is 100% who he is.
Quick disclaimer before I start. This isn't some rage bait video. I'm not lying to get your attention. I'm telling you my opinion, which I believe is the truth. That this, A, is not Batman, and B, is an absolute dumpster fire.
So keep in mind, this is a 15-year-old. We're living in a new era, ladies and gentlemen. 15-year-olds are being very, very bold on the internet nowadays, and I just hope that this works out for him in the end, because I don't know how plausible a job is going to be in the future. But what do you guys make out of Ranting for Vengeance's review of this new Absolute Batman comic? Is he based, bro? Am I too woke? Just let me know in them comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I gotta pull a Mr. Beast now. If you subscribe to the channel, I'll give you a cookie. When you do, turn on the bell notifications. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and play my music.
When you say I'm scared of black people, newsflash, you illiterate troglodyte. Everybody is.
What we do here is go back.